Hello again and welcome back. I'm Neil Barassi and this is another video on psychological support. Again, as a registered psychologist, this is just purely for educational purposes. I'm not your private clinician. However, if you are seeking more intense support, please consult with a mental health professional, a GP as such, for further information. Have you ever in your life waited for a big event to happen, and when you get to that big event and it's a great moment, and then after a while it fades away, the novelty wears off and it just becomes another thing? Can you think of a time in your life, winning a grand final in sport, passing exams, graduating from uni, getting your driver's license, anything like that, where even getting married, where you build up to it and you're so excited about it, and then the event comes and it's a joyous occasion, everyone's excited, and then after a while, could be days, weeks, months, years, it just fades away. Can you think of a time in your life when that's happened? And you question why, it does become a phenomenon. Well, we call that an impact bias, where we do think that the event itself is going to be so life-changing. In some cases it may be, but the event itself can sort of peter off further down the track. And then we get used to it, which we call that hedonistic adaptation. So hedonistic adaptation is basically when we think everything's great and it's going to be great forever, but then we get used to it. I've won a couple of grand finals in my life, passed many exams, lots of exams, driver's license, boat license, lots of those things, and they're all great when they happen. But then years down the track, you try to relive how you felt when you got that way, and sometimes people go, well, it just fades away. But is life always better when, if only I had more money, if only I had that house, if only I had a better job? Because what happens is that the impact bias says, well, life will be better. But actually, not all the time, but a lot of times, once we achieve that, if we're lucky enough to, it just becomes another thing. And you see that in movie stars, rock and roll stars, people in high jobs, that they're so excited to do it, then after a while, they just fade away. And that's what can happen. And it's the pursuit of happiness that we call it, even chasing rainbows. And as we know, you never can catch a rainbow. So you're forever chasing something, and then almost you think like you get it when it's too late. So we need to look at that in itself of, okay, can you remember when that has happened in your life, and you reflect on that, and then you think about life more as a journey, not just a series of events or stages or phases. It just changes. So life is so unpredictable that when people say, look, everything will be good once I do that, or life will be better once I do that, well, don't think of life like that. Think of it as that journey, that feel more in the moment and enjoy life as you're living it. Not when you get to, one day, if that happens, or if that, whatever. But just think of enjoying the moment. Lots of mindfulness theory that goes into this pursuit of happiness, where you just try to enjoy moments in your life and the journey, the experience of living, not just significant events. Yeah, okay. It's great that we've all experienced significant events, and you're not going to take that away from you. But then people get very, very down, even to a serious degree depressed, once they've achieved something, and then they feel like they're on a downhill slide. And that happens quite a lot. So you need to just once again rethink how you feel about what makes you happy. What are things in your life that you feel happy for? Because a lot of the times we get used to things. You know the old story about, you have a toy and you don't use it for years and then you lose it and then you get upset. So we do get quite used to things, familiar with things, and it loses its appreciation. And sometimes we really just need to stop and take stock of what we've got in life and be appreciative for what we have. And yeah, it's not about not wanting to achieve things or not earn better money or not get a new car or a motorbike or whatever. It's not about that at all. It's about continuing to enjoy life as you're living it, not wait for something good to happen and then feel happy, because that feeling can come and go. I hope that these videos are helpful and educational, and once again, thank you to people that have posted me some personal messages about questions on mental health. I think this is a big one, as all the others are, and I really do hope that they are very helpful, educational, and if you have any further questions, please put messages in the comments, pass it out, share it out to all your friends, and also subscribe. Take care of yourselves and look forward to seeing you in the future.